Hey guys! So, I'm in my car. So it's a car vlog. I wanted to address this week, because I'm going to be doing weekly vlogs. I wanted to address coping with autism. Let me turn my music. Well, let's start from the beginning. In the beginning, I used to cry every day. Crying is for me, is the first step of grieving, because when you find out a diagnosis like autism, you have to grieve, because everything that you thought was going to happen is basically out the window, especially if it is severe autism. Because if they're nonverbal and they're just having meltdowns all the time and they're just screaming and you just can't understand them and they're upset because you can't understand them, it's really hard, and you have to basically start from the beginning all over again. I know that's how it was for us, because he was typical and then he just changed, and that was really hard. And we had to grieve a long time, but while grieving, we just started therapy. Jesse actually was he didn't sleep for the first 3 days after finding out the diagnosis. He was just looking everything up. He was looking up therapies. He was looking up everything underneath the sun. And he's like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just get him in a lot of therapy, and we're going to fix this, basically. That's what his words were. And I was like, okay. So then we just started a whirlwind of therapy and calling places and doing everything that you could possibly think of doing. And we had, at that time, we didn't even we only had the services through the intervention, and they basically didn't really care what we were doing, and we told them that we wanted more, and they were like, okay, well, he's going to be 3 and he's going to be starting the IU preschool, and then once he went in there, like I said before, that's when he started learning how to communicate. Now, with coping, I was able to finally, when he right before, or right after he turned 3 is when they started in my home, the TSS and the BAC. I was able to get my MT, my modal therapist. Her name is Ariel. And, I just remember just chatting about my stress, and I just remember crying, and every new thing that I was looking up or looking into, especially the walks, especially the Lehigh Valley Walk of Autism, all the videos that Autism Speaks was putting up, I was watching them, I was learning all about autism, reading about it, everything, and I was just crying, and I was thinking, what is this? How can they not know what autism is, and how can they not know what causes it, and how can we not have answers? And it was just so heartbreaking to me. And, I went through a long grieving process, and there are still times that when Tristan does something with progress, I cry, or there are times where I see the videos of Autism Speaks when they come out with a new, PSA, which is public service announcement, or just anything like that. It just makes me cry. Going to the walk kickoffs, looking through the photos and listening to the people that talk about their stories or talk about their kids, or their kids talk and how they came from not speaking to going to college, and, those types of things. It's just awe-inspiring and hopeful, and, I'm so grateful for those stories, because without those stories, without that hope, that Autism Speaks gives me, and gives families, I don't know, I really don't. I'm just so grateful for them, and that's why I'm a huge supporter of the Walk of Autism Speaks, of the Lehigh Valley, and, you know, I was blessed to have my team last year, and we raised like over $1,500, and that was awesome. Like, that was my dream. I wanted to do that. And I was so glad that I had the support of my friends and my family, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to do it. It was just friends and family, and I was just so grateful to them, and I'm forever grateful for you guys. And so honestly, autism and coping, it's like lifelong. Like, you really have to grieve, and once you get through the grieving, it does get easier. But at first it's so overwhelming because there's so much information and there's so much stuff that they're talking about. And now, luckily, with Autism Speaks, they can give you 100-day kits. It's like 100 days after diagnosis that gives you phone numbers for developmental pediatricians or therapies or in-home therapies or schools, or, you know, how to get medical assistance and all these different things, you know, to help your child, which is amazing. I didn't have those kits at all. And now, with adults too, that once our kids become adults and hit 21, now they have places that they can help them get work, or, you know, go through school programs, or, you know, live in assisted homes and those types of things. And I'm so grateful that, you know, we have those now. And especially for my son, Tristan, who's young now, you know, I can look forward to that and know that he will have some support and be taken care of, you know, when he is older. But, you know, me and my husband, you know, we've already discussed and have chatted about knowing that it is a possibility that he may be with us, you know, through his life. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I do not want to feel like I would have to put him in a home or anything like that. And that, no, I wouldn't. Not saying that anybody that has to do that is bad, because you know what? It's all on your family. It's all on your stress. And it's really stressful taking care of a child that has special needs, any kind of special needs. You know, it's so much stress and so much worry, and you just love them and you just want the best for them. And that's why I fight so hard, because I just love Tristan, and I wouldn't give anything to not have him in my life, as stressed and as hard as it is. I just love him and love all, you know, both my children, regardless. And so yeah, so if you guys have any comments, or you just like what you see, subscribe. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.